On Friday morning, when Keith Conley went to work, he never came back home. The Knox County Sheriff's Office says around 5:30 that morning, he was spotted at this Weigels off John Sevier Highway.
He's a creature of habit. He goes to work, he goes home.
5 days since he's last been seen, worry has begun to creep in for those closest to Conley.
Fearing that I'm not going to find my brother alive.
Alright, we're at the top side boat ramp. Got the boat in the water, already ready to start searching. I'm not gonna lie, all things are pointing to him being right here. So I'll be really surprised if we don't find him within the next 10 minutes. I mean, right off the bat, I mean, right here, you can see where the boat ramp is. We're backing up. It's like 11 feet right here, way more than enough for a truck.
It's deeper than I remember.
Yeah,
I thought it was like,
I think the truck we found earlier was like before. It was pretty darn shallow, but
well, I thought it was like,
maybe it's
I
high
remember
right now.
it being like 5 feet right off here.
I don't know. Let's search the boat ramp really quick, get it cleared, and then we can just pretty much cruise over that way.
Yeah.
I mean, I have strong suspicions he's right here. The only places he could be is here or the river, but the river would have been a massive car crash to go off that bridge.
It's looking clear so far.
Yeah, pretty darn clear. So we've made it to the other side over here. Now we knew that there was a truck out here, and sure enough, we already seen the truck on the sonar. It should be coming up here pretty quick. It's really close, actually. But, so now essentially what we're doing is we're checking this whole area, because if there's one truck out here, well, you know what, there could be two. So, we'll check this area really good, make sure. Right there is his truck. When we went over it a second ago, you can see it really good there. Can't really tell it's a vehicle, but you can see that shadow right there is giving it off, so I'll limp it through there. I think it'll be all right. Try to get to the other side of the, check it over there. All right, we're gonna go over to the other side of the lake. We're gonna try and fit through this tunnel real quick. What's the bimini look like?
We're good.
Well, yeah, it's actually 4 feet.
4 feet.
Yeah, I don't think he's on this side.
When you're talking about a guardrail, I mean, I feel like you would see some damage.
Yeah, but crazier things have happened. Like he just hits something, roll, jumps, I don't know, who knows. All right, so the very first spot where we put in at, we searched it really good, didn't find anything except for the one pickup truck that we knew was already out here. Now, just to cover our butts, we are probably going to put the RC drone, what do you call it? The underwater drone, down on that truck later if we strike out and don't find anything else. But we're gonna spend a couple days here searching for Keith. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna zip up to another body of water, and it's closer to where he lived. It kind of makes more sense that section could be the spot where he's at. So let's zip up there right now and see what we can find. We have made it to the second location that we want to search, and man, this thing is prime. I mean, this looks like a perfect spot for him to be, and we've already scanned back there to the boat ramp. Now we're pretty much wrapping around this whole thing, seeing what we can find. It's definitely deep enough. We're looking at almost 8 feet. I would say a truck out here, I mean, 8 feet's enough, to be honest with you. I mean, look at this. This is like the spot. If he could just, been a good car accident, but I'm not seeing anything so far. I was really hoping that was the spot. I'm just gonna jump right off. Another bridge we want to check out. We see a car part sitting over here on the side.
Looks like
I don't think.
looks like a grill, maybe.
Looks like a grill. That would look like something come off a Ford Ranger.
Emblem on it. Is that a Lex?
I think it's a Mercury.
Mercury.
Yeah. Thought that was a baby seat right there, but it looks like it's just an office chair. Yeah. Been sitting here for a minute. Got really excited there for a second. If you look up here on the bridge, something hit that bridge side hard. You know, it's bent it out, it's messed it up really bad. It's a lot of damage for a Ford Ranger, but we scanned this area really well. Nothing in the water. So, another area cleared, but we're narrowing it down. If he's in the water, there's no reason why we can't find him.
Do you know if your fruit is actually helping your health the way it should? Fruit is supposed to be one of the healthiest foods, but most people make a mistake that ruins all the benefits.
I saw a video from Dr. Gundry, and it totally changed how I look at fruit.
It was shocking. I had no idea, and after finding it out, I've stopped eating these too.
Once I learned what to look for, it was easy to make better choices.
Cutting these fruits could boost your energy, clear your mind, support digestion, and help with weight loss.
The doctor lost 70 pounds and has kept it off for over 20 years, feeling healthier than ever.
Over 20 million people have already watched this free video, so don't miss out.
Visit thehealthyfat.com/nug now and discover how to improve your health today.
All right, continuing the search. It is actually the next morning, and we're continuing the search. We're at the third location. We're up here near Oak Ridge, Tennessee. That's where I'm very familiar with these waters. Been here many times. Found a missing woman, down the way a couple years back. So now I've searched this boat ramp before, and there have never been any cars found out here. So if there are any cars here, they're very recent, a couple years maybe. So we're definitely looking for a little pickup truck. Now, I have searched this body of water, like I said, several times, and I've searched this boat ramp several times. No cars have ever been out here, ever been found at this particular boat ramp. So if we found any cars here, they would be new, right? So we'll search this area really good. He actually worked just where he was doing a job. He's an electrician, I guess. He was doing some work at this construction site just on the other side of the lake here. So what if he went, I don't know, he missed his turn or something and he kept going. Maybe he went off the bridge. Maybe he went down here to watch the sunrise or something while he's drinking his coffee at the boat ramp. Went in the water for some reason. We don't know. So what we're doing, we're gonna search the water really good, do what we do. And let's start with the boat ramp where we just put in. Let's see. So what are we looking at here? Like 30 feet. It's actually really deep. Yeah. And yeah, like I said, I've never seen a vehicle here. So
seems like it'd be a good spot though.
As good as anything else. Easy access. We just went by the boat ramp one time. We'll go a couple more times to make sure there's nothing out in the middle, but I didn't see anything so far. Getting over here next to the road where he could have traveled on, but all this area next to the road is like 2 feet deep. So we know he's not over here anywhere. The thing that's so frustrating about this is like, this is another one of them cases we have so much information. We know exactly where he lived. We know where he was caught on camera. We have cell phone pings, even though that's kind of a question mark in this case. But we've caught him on traffic cameras heading a certain direction. He should be able to be found today, whether he's in the water or in the woods, or I don't know, he's just going. But I don't know why he's just going and not tell anybody for a week. I mean, stranger things have happened. There's still like no cut and dry answer to where he went, but I don't know. We'll do what we do with the water. And there is a big search party going today, pretty much just trying to retrace his steps and see if they can figure out what the hell happened to him. He could be crashed off into the woods. We don't know. I mean, his truck is white, so I mean, it wouldn't blend in with the trees. But what if he hit the trees and rolled upside down? Like, they've been flying drones and helicopters around looking for him. What if this car's upside down somewhere and you can't even see any of the white? That would blend in with the trees pretty good. So, I mean, I saw a few spots on 140 that he could have wrecked. So, man, I wish I had one of them thermal drones, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't know how well it would help right now, a week into the search, but it sure as heck wouldn't hurt. Maybe he's putting off some heat, maybe the truck's putting off some heat, I don't know. Thermal drones would be awesome. Still haven't figured out how to get the funds for that, so we'll use what we got. All right, so we just got done at Melton Lake, and we didn't find a thing. I think the only thing we saw out there was a little sunken boat underneath the bridge. But we checked underneath the bridge, we checked the boat ramp really good, we went and checked just little access points where like 1 in a million shot he may have ended up in the water, but we didn't find him there. That area is cleared, so we're gonna be heading back into the area where he was last seen up on Topside Road. And when there's a few ponds we want to check and a couple more spots on the water. I mean, ultimately we're looking for that needle in a haystack, and he's got to be around here somewhere. I mean, there's no other reason why people just don't vanish. There's a reason, he can't be found, but we're gonna get to the bottom of it. I'm pretty confident. So we are currently at this little apartment complex. This road that comes to this apartment complex comes directly off Topside, literally just down the street from the last confirmed sighting. on the what do you call it, traffic cam. So essentially what we're doing is there's for instance, there's a pond right here we're going to check with the RC boat, and if you come off topside and take the road and come down here, I mean, you can end up in this body of water. So that's what we're starting to think. You know, we're thinking outside the box. Any spot that he could get access to the water is what we're going to search. So we're going to check this one really quick with the RC boat. It looks pretty shallow, but we're going to make sure, and then we'll probably head on back over to the boat ramp and scan some other spots. Doesn't look like he would have came through here, but could have some other spots. We'll check it just to make sure, I guess.
Really, any body of water around Topside Road is worth checking. All right, I didn't see any. I mean, it's too shallow, 2 feet.
Well, let's go back to the boat ramp and check some spots I was curious about. Continue on from there. All right, we're back at this boat ramp now. We came here last night and searched it, but we're gonna double check it again just to make sure, because I mean, this is the #1 spot that makes sense. That's Topside Road right there. This should be the dang spot. You would think if he was in the water he would be, but we didn't see anything. But we're gonna check it again. Need a diver. There's another search group out of Tennessee. He's involved in searching for this for Keith also, and he's also been searching out here in the water, and he did see an object out here that he sent me a picture of, so we want to double check it again. I think we saw it too, but I don't think it's a vehicle. But we want to be really thorough. We want to make sure we're doing everything, because this guy, he's got to be around here somewhere. Very simple, got to be. So let me jump here in the boat and we'll start scanning again. All right, here we are again.
Where did you say those things were?
It's got to be the same thing we saw, but I don't know. I guess like just search this area again just to make sure. I know we didn't see anything out here, but well, might as well double check. Might as well double check. All right, we've been searching for a few hours now, cleared a lot of spots, and man, I ain't finding him. And it doesn't make any sense, because there is a lot of information tracking this guy to this very location. This body of water we're in right now is technically, if he was in the water, that's where he would have crashed. So now we're starting to think he might not even be in the water. He might be crashed out in the woods somewhere, or he might just be somewhere else. I don't know where he would have went at 5:30 in the morning when he's supposed to be going to work. But I don't know, maybe he went somewhere, I don't know. But the way it's looking, he may be crashed out somewhere in the woods, 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 somewhere in the woods.
A man from Knox County who had been missing for more than a week has been found dead. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation issued a silver alert for Keith Conley last week.
Investigators say he was last seen on July 11th. Yesterday, Knox County deputies found his truck with a body inside. This was off Alcoa Highway near Topside Road. Well, today the TBI does confirm Conley was found dead in the vehicle.
Man, I don't usually end my videos like this, but there has to be some kind of call to action. We literally were doing circles around where Keith was at. He was crashed out in the woods, literally right in the middle of where we were all searching. So to find that out was, it personally, I don't know how everybody else felt about it, but it really did make me feel kind of helpless, because one of the first things that popped in my mind was, how long was Keith sitting in his truck, upside down, in a ravine, alive? How long did he sit there hoping that somebody would find him, injured, you know? And could this have been prevented? Could Keith still be alive today had there been a change? I'm noticing this a lot, and I don't know if other people are talking about it, but I might as well bring it up. What if Keith's disappearance would have been released to the public sooner? What if there was a news story faster? What if the next day, when the first person realized that Keith was missing, that the search didn't commence right then? Why is it seems like search parties take too long to get started, right? We got involved, and I'm not saying we're anything special. Me and Adam, we're just two guys, you know, in a truck trying to help out. But what if we would have found out the day he went missing?
instead of a week. Could we have found him then? Now, the problem with that statement is, do we have the right tools to be able to find missing people like Keith? And the answer is no, because the type of equipment that would have been needed to really make a difference in this search were not available. I don't know if you guys can tell or not, but it bothers me because think about this. He crashes, right? He is now officially a missing person, but he still could be alive. Did the search take too long to commence? And were the proper tools used? What if everybody around, or there were search teams around, fire departments, police departments, rescue teams, they all had access to thermal technology, right? The helicopter that they used to fly around and search for Keith, did it have thermal technology, right? The reason I keep bringing up thermal, it's like I'm beating a dead horse. These missing person cases happen all the time. All the time. They're very common, and they could be prevented. The death of the missing person could be prevented if you could just speed up the time when someone goes missing to start searching, and if the right people had the right tools, right? Now, I'm not saying this is not one of those, hey, go to my GoFundMe and give me all your money because I really want this thermal drone. That's not it at all. I fully believe that if I need something, I can save my money and buy it. I'm a very humble person. But at the same time, we run these nonprofits. I've reached out to so many people, so many corporations with billions of dollars, simply asking, do you want to partner up? Do you want to help us make a difference? Deaf ears. It always falls on deaf ears, and it's very demotivating. But we keep moving forward, but I just wanted to kind of just get this off my chest because it does bother me when this type of missing person case, could he have been found and saved had the search started sooner and had somebody had thermal technology to put up in the air and fly the path that he would have taken to work. That truck was super hot. When it flipped upside down, it was generating a lot of heat. You would have been able to spot that with a thermal drone easy as can be. I don't know. It just bothers me, and I wanted to bring this up to you guys because I've been talking about getting a thermal drone for a long time, and I really do believe that these are a lifesaver. I don't understand why, out of all the funding for all the equipment that fire department and police rescue get, that this isn't the first. Every single cop should have a thermal drone in their trunk. Every single fire truck should have a thermal drone. This should be a no-brainer, you know? Elderly people, dementia, Alzheimer's, they go missing every day, and they just simply walk off into the woods and disappear, and sadly, they're found deceased in their nightgown, laying in the mud. Could they have been found if the right person got there in time with the right tools? Toddlers, little babies, get out the back door, and they wander off into the woods, and they pass away because of the cold. Could that child have been saved if the police officer that responded that night put the drone in the air and decided to help? You know, these are all just theoreticals. And I know that there are a lot of success stories with these thermal drones. I know it. I you know it, and I hear it all the time. But it can get better. It could be better, right? So, my personal opinion, I'm very heartbroken for the family that they lost their loved one, but it's even more heartbreaking to know that could he have been saved? That's the unknown here. Keith wrecked his truck down a ravine and he's laying there. How long did he lay there before he passed away? And that's what breaks my heart. So I don't know how to do it. I don't know. Maybe you guys can tell me in the comments below. How do you create change when you see that there is a problem, right? Whether it's private sector, whether it's the government, I just feel like these tools will save lives. So maybe someday I'll get one and I could actually get out there and show you guys that I mean business. But until then, we're going to keep doing what we do. I appreciate you guys supporting me, and on to the next case. So make sure you like and subscribe to the video. I'll see you guys on that next video.